while everyone else is watching a game, a Super Bowl, to be precise. You find yourself here. My name will be revealed soon. As soon as I share the link to the places I know of. Da, da, da. Anyway, my name is Fat Justice, also known as Fatty J, and I will be trying to complete Dark Souls Remastered for the very first time. Sort of. I've been playing Dark Souls on and off for a while now, since the Prepare to Die edition, all the way up until the one and only Dark Souls Remastered. I always get beyond Sen's Fortress. I beat Ornstein and Smo. I beat like New Londo and then have to restart, and then I beat the Archives and then I have to restart, and then I beat another thing and have to restart. But I've never beat the whole game. And even though I've beaten all of Dark Souls 3 and most of Bloodborne, I wanted to actually come back to this game. The first Soulsborne I've actually played and hopefully complete it by the time Sekiro Shadows Die Twice releases in March. In order to start, we're going to start with a new game. Oh, but first, character creation before a cutscene. Male, class. The build I will be going for is a strength build, like full strength build. I will be going a certain route with the build, but essentially it will be something I called a Vulcan build. It's similar to Giant's Dad, but it doesn't use the Giant's Dad armor for the sole fact that I don't like the Giant's armor. I like the Father's Mask and I like the meme, but I just don't like the Giant's armor, so this is something a little different. So I'm going to create here. Class I'm going to start off with is going to be Bandit, because of the high strength that you get, and the certain shortcut to a certain weapon that will help us beat most of the early game. The Master Key is easily the best item in the game, and that is what we're going to pick. It's a collection of a bunch of keys you can collect throughout the world, and will open a bunch of areas and doors and gifts and goodies early. Physique. Large upper body, because we burly. I don't want to spend too much time in character creation, but let's go with... let's go with Delta Farmer. That's what I usually go with. Now you're seeing the limited character customization for the good old Dark Souls. Dark Souls 1, at the very least, doesn't really have a lot of options. Dark red hair. And this is the character. You can customize the face with these sliders, but I'm not going to do so. So another thing I would like to announce, if you are so inclined, you may make a character and invade. If I want to be invaded and wish to participate in some PvP, I will simply play with my character with humanity. Or, you know, humaned up so that people can invade me. And if I want to go through an area and I'm not taking invasions, then I will just be a hollow. The goal is I'm going to be doing all of the bosses, some cheese for some of them. The point of this playthrough is not to really show how to beat the game, but for me to beat the game, if that makes any sense. So, if you are on PlayStation 4, I encourage you, hop on. Grab some of those cracked red-eye orbs and see if you can kill me. But I'm going to need to give this guy an appropriate name for the chattel. And that would be Patty J. So if you see this word here, you know you're in the right world. And if you want more details about the world and whatnot, well, just listen here.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skills. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
And so we begin. I am actually going to try something, so give me a second here. Na na na. That ain't gonna work. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I wanted to check something, but it appears that that's not gonna work. Do. Can kill these guys for a little extra souls, but by not much. Just 20. Every little bit counts. No backstab. That's sad. I got a little trouble with stuff, but thought he was up there. Oh, there he is. Perfect. Oh. Yeah, no. Thought maybe I can beat him. I know I don't do that much damage, but hey, maybe I could beat him and get some, you know, maybe I could get a really cool weapon, but, nah. Not for 2 damage a swing. Gosh, I'd be here forever. I would be here forever. Ow. Be here forever. Switch weapons. Get a very temporary weapon. Dang, I keep replacing. Keep thinking that fog gate is the other fog gate. Will I be hit by this boulder? Not today. Not today, I won't.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission. but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen. In thine exodus from the undead asylum, maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite. Oh. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. And thank you.
I want to get that full health. I kind of like how he hands you the key as well. Because just before he did, I was like, couldn't you just skip these healing items? But you go through the entire game not having an Estus flask. You come back later on and get them, and you're like, oh my word, there's a healing item other than humanity? But alas, you need the key to get through here, so it's pretty good. Dang it. I was looking at a message and fell through. Okay, this is just more tutorials. Tutorials are here on the ground. Kind of tells you what's going on with the game. Makes it good stuff. I plan on today going to Thoros Demon. I don't know what I'm going to do past that. See if I still got parrying wise. Just backstab. Just backstab. You can parry them, I'm just not very good at it. Again, if you notice that this is not my first time doing this, I've probably done this intro level 7 times or so between different games. I'll let everyone know when I'm going through an area I actually haven't done, and you'll see a drastic switch in performance, you can say. Can I finish him off with 2 swings? 1, 2. Or I could whiff. Or I could whiff again and get flattened like a pancake. Oh! Don't Bloodborne me. Don't Bloodborne me. Oh my word. No. I have no words. Wow, wow. Oh, I didn't realize you can't go back through that way. You gotta go back up. Gotta go back up here and everything. I don't think I've ever died to him. That's a little salty. Ow, that's mean. Stuff happens, though. Now I'll have even more souls for later. Yay! Yay! Oh, and a Titanite shard? That's worth it. That's worth it. Titanite shard drop? Heck yeah. Lovely. I like it. If you wait up there on that platform long enough, I tried to do an archer once, and I'm like, I'm going to stay up on this platform and it'll never hit me. He will actually jump up there and hit you. Big boy. Uh. Down. There we go. Dignity kind of restored. Victory achieved. Big Pilgrim Key. Humanity got our souls back. Plus 2,000. Boom. Good stuff. Good stuff. Get some soul of a lost undead. Those are the crows. We'll come back to those soon enough. I rarely watch this cutscene. I usually skip it, so let's watch that.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Stream keeps freezing up at times for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. That might just be connection and everything else like that. I don't know. Like I really don't know what that could be, and I wish I had the intelligence and ability to remember something like this. Like that, but I do not, unfortunately. I need to think for a second. Nope, just gonna go for it. Maybe I'll die and I'll be humbled. Maybe I'll make it and it'll be awesome. But there's a certain thing. Gosh, I always get stuck on a pillar. We need to go grab a weapon. It's a very special weapon. Almost step off the edge there. A very special weapon. That's important. More souls is always good. 3, 2, 1. Got it. That's a spear we don't need. The partisan. Fools! Even if I die, this is an area where I won't have to get skeletons to come after me. Ha 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 ha! Na 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 na. Alright. This means there's a skeleton. Drink. So we can get a... Oh, cool. Just kind of gave it to me. Thank you, Jesus. Two-handed. Hua. Hua. Got him. Yes. Alright. And got another 50 souls. And the reason I did that is because I couldn't remember if... Ah, you do need 10 decks. Now, let's pop these. Get even more souls. Yeah, stream isn't too terribly behind right now. I'm keeping an eye on it to avoid what happened. Everyone pay attention. Let this be known. That should be the only point we spend in dexterity this whole game. And the two-hand weapon, it's counted as strength and a half. So 24. I use both hands to wield effectively. We're now two-handing the Zweihander. And just like that, you have one of the strongest weapons in the game. Oh, we have some NPCs to talk to. Guess if I'm talking to NPCs and listening to dialogue, I'll get past Toro's demon today.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually two bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church.
Woo!
The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town.
Blech.
Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead? Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. But who knows? Going hollow could solve quite a bit. What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collect it bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I'd never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all.
Promoting to break one of the 10 commandments? Not kosher. Let me see if my settings has something. On or off? Are you kidding me? Okay. Ooh, that's gross. Ah, it's not as robust. Wish it had the dynamic HUD from Dark Souls 3, where the HUD would disappear after a while. I think that'd be cool. But how much humanity do I got? 1. Okay. I want to conserve as much humanity as possible. There's somebody that, although I feel with people invading, it's not going to be easy to do. There's another character up here we need to meet. Ah, good cleric.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Tharaland. Have you business with us? If not, I prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
Interesting how he says us. I don't think I've ever
Hello
noticed
there.
that.
I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance. But I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this. No, go ahead. Oh my, you again.
Never left.
I know. I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles?
Nah.
Would that please you?
Not in this game, but okay.
Very well.
Okay.
Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Good hint that faith is required to perform miracles. Get the shrug gesture. Best gesture. Let me know if that muted or not. I just took a drink of water. Yeah, you get Great Heal Excerpt, which is a better heal miracle. Homeward, which is like a homeward bone, but unlimited use. Force, very useful if you're clever with it. Seek Guidance, shows you where to go. Heal, it does what it says. You get a Talisman and a Thorlin Talisman. If you're doing a Faith build, this is your first kind of guy to go to. One more stop, because we got a Titanite Shard drop. If you go around here, you can get fire bombs. Oops. That could have been bad. I can't wait to do stuff. No response. She cannot speak. Oh. I don't have a fire. Keep her soul. For those of you who have played the game, I will not be letting Lautrec kill her. I find doing the quest not worth it. It's not worth doing. Like losing Firelink Shrine just for a quest line. This is the character. And my... tied for my least favorite area in the game. I don't know what truly is. It might be this one. I do not like this area, but this NPC I'm going to go visit is kind of forgotten. Nobody really remembers that he's here. That's a hovering blood pool. A lounging hollow. Easily my favorite hollow in the game. But, this guy, Blacksmith.
This is unusual. You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well, I shouldn't pry. I'm Rickett of Reignited. I was once an established smith. Look at me now. Can you believe it? Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. I've no intention of escaping. It's safe here. Can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, I've not much to occupy myself.
You muted.
How
Good.
about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what made me the best in Reignited.
And this is a blacksmith. So, it's weird how people forget, and even this is including myself. I often forget that he is here as well. But this is the guy you give the enchanted embers and the crystal embers to get magic weapons and enchanted weapons. He's one of like the 4 areas you can get soul arrows. So if you're doing a mage build, come down here, get these 2. You get more uses of soul arrow. You get a sorcerer's catalyst if you want to do sorcery, but you didn't choose the sorcerer starting class because you wanted to not be throwing around a wet noodle of a sword. So we could get a +1 Zweihander, but I need the souls. And then get the souls. I wonder if killing these hollows up here will get me what I need. Be careful not to cancel out his... Yeah, 139. Be careful not to cancel out his message by spinning around or like backstepping like this, because this is also the deselect button. You will backstep and drown there and lose whatever souls you had and have to come back. Happened to me once or twice. 24. Yeah, but this weapon is strong. One of the best weapons in the game, I think. Strength-wise, at the very least. It's a favorite of mine. I've always liked great swords. And I love how it's like lands into the ground there and the dust flies up. It's a very heavy weapon and it's got a great move set. Oh. Heavy swords. I'm a fan of Big swords since days of my youth. Since Zabuza almost decapitated some Team 7 members. Oh. With a great sword that embedded itself in the tree. Thank the Lord. How much is this? Over 800? Yes! Oof. A +1 Zweihander isn't going to make a huge much of a difference compared to an upgraded one, unupgraded one at this point, but it's just the
Goodbye then. Keep your head, you really.
it's just the I can't think of the word right now. Just the thought of it, just the idea, just the pleasure of it. Just the fact that we have a +1 Zweihander going into Undead Burg. Gosh, I love the way it looks too. Man. I think this game is the reason I've loved Zweihanders. Which they go by another name in real life. I don't think it's not Bastard Sword. Do do do. Check. Check. I could get his stash, the cleric stash, but I might get that later. I will try to do NPC quests as best I can, but I always end up messing up the quest, or something goes wrong, or yada yada yada. So I'll try my best. But I've been doing NPC quests wrong for a while. Come on. You come over here. Crunch. That right there, too. You don't slice people in half with these swords. You crush them into the ground. Did you get his attention? I did. Usually I go up there and race that other hollow with the fire bombs, but I wasn't taking the chance this time. No. I also don't know if I'm taking the chance to... Ooh, warrior hollow helm. Also don't know if I'm going to get that rare ring of sacrifice down there. Yes, another soul drop. I might act. I am going to do that. Why not? Yes. That's step 1 of the jump. Gonna equip this. This is a ring that prevents you. When you die, you lose your souls, and you have to go back and get them, like we saw earlier when I died to the asylum demon. But if you wear that ring, you don't lose your souls or your humanity, which is the double zeros up there, is the amount of humanity. If everything goes well and I don't die a lot, that should fill up naturally the more enemies that we kill, and that's a good thing, because I want to have as much as I can for something later. A certain skip to save a certain someone. Actually, I don't think it's a skip, now that I watched someone play through. Thought in my head it was a skip that you could do, but I guess not. That was slight list. I'm gonna make that noise. Sorry if that hurts your ears. Gosh, I noticed I do that and now I can't stop hearing it. Alright. Assume I am at least going to get invaded once or twice here. I know someone has a summon on standby. Ow. Rude. And I don't think there's anything in here. think I come in here every time and no one's in here. Oh no, there is something in here. Oh, another soul. Yes. Oh, the lots of soul drops and the and the fires and the no. That is frustrating, but you know, it is what it is. The reason I backed up all the way here is there's a hollow that always sneaks up behind me and hits me and almost kills me. Every time I would do this, and I don't know where he comes from. So I'm like, ah! Trying to find out where that is. I also wonder if turning this Y-hander, just getting it up to plus 15 is going to be worth it, or actually getting a Chaos's Y-hander will be worth it on humanity. Yes, I want to spend as little of those as I possibly can. If we ever get a chance where... I don't know the right word for them. Griefer is not what I'm looking for. Basically, if someone invades me in this level and they have Dark Beat and all the Ulasil gear and one-shot me or something like that, I probably will, we'll be seeing you later. I probably will not be available for invasions just because I don't... It might be fun to have me... see me beat some invaders and the likewise, but getting one shot by somebody who has overpowered gear is not really what I think of when I think of Dark Souls 1 or watching a stream do that, which has happened to me before, and yes, it does suck. And for those of you curious, use multiple... Oh, to go to get the bottomless box or to level up. What to do, what to do. It's like be responsible or do what you want to do, or that's one of the keys you can get. One of the doors that opens up with the master key. Get a wooden shield. Has better magic defenses. Doesn't block 100% of physical moves. Kick these guys' shield away. R2. If you don't, you'll be smacking, trying to backstab them, and they strafe you, and it's not fun. Not a fun time.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
This guy makes me smile.
Things are getting treacherous in these parts. A horrible goat demon has moved in below. And up above, there's that humongous drake and a bull demon too. If you stick around this place, it might end up being your grave.
Alright, so this guy has a couple of important items. He has some good starting gear at the beginning. He has the dried finger, which increases the amount of invaders you can have in your world, but also you can summon a third phantom. Good for running through the games with friends. 2,000 though, it's kind of steep. I don't think I'll be getting it for this game though. Guidance soapstones, rate messages, good online. It's 100 souls. If you can afford it, it's fine, I guess. I don't know. It's good to have. I don't know why they bother ranking it 100 souls and then having you buy it, but whatever. Here's the 3 most important items he has. Residence key opens up to a residence in Undead Burg. This is to progress. It's 1,000. It's 1,000 souls. The repair box. To repair weapons and armor at bonfires. It is very important because you won't get a blacksmith for a very long time. He also sells a bunch of weapons if you wanted to try them out, and a bunch of shields that are good for starting out. Most of the starting weapons are here. Actually, I think all of the starting weapons are here, other than the battle axe. Yeah, but a good amount of them are here. Standard arrows, large arrows, wooden arrows, standard bolts, heavy bolts, wood bolts. So it's like standard, large, but don't go as far. Cheap alternative. Same thing for the crossbow. And sells the chain set. If you didn't get a good armor set at the beginning, you chose wasted of skin, something along those lines. Very good.
Thank you, kind.
You can also kill him to get a katana if you really want to. I suggest buying all the items you need from him first. So like if I wanted to write this message, I would need to pull out the orange soapstone that I just bought and write in it. But let's go up here and get some stuff. At this moment, Nate, I think you're like furiously trying to invade my world. I'm like half expecting at any moment now to see some name come up to invade, but... Oh, can you be invaded? Yeah, you can be invaded this early in the game. Well, yeah, I think so. I don't know. Throwing knives. Good to pull enemies towards you. Good jump. Light crossbow, standard bolt. The thing with crossbows are you can't aim them like you can in other games. They're just like a sidearm you can have, and they do cool stuff, I guess. I don't know. If you don't want to use a shield, you can use it, but I'll be using it because I'm not going to level up Dex that much. Really at all, actually. Okay, so we're done looping back. Let's loop forward, shall we? Wow, you actually blocked most of that damage. Color me surprised. 96 for each of those? Let's go back this way. Let's see if we can get 1,000 souls to get the bottomless box, and then we can progress forward. Ooh. That's no bueno. Hurry. There we go. Whew. Crisis avoided. Is this guy going to be nice down here and give it to me? What do y'all think? Axe-boy. Gah! Oh? Nah. Just give me your helm. I already have the helm. Have I been muted this whole time? No, I have not. Ooh! There we go. I'm gonna kill you four for posterity, though. Da-da-da. Gonna see something real quick. La la la. Found it. Alright. I actually am streaming voice. I thought I wasn't for a second.
Still keeping going. It hurts to...
Bottomless box. That allows us to store things at our bonfire, which we will do. You can see a player there. That is the Child's Mask Silver Knight set, and I couldn't see. See, now we have the ability to repair equipment. Equipment that is not repaired will deal less damage and protect you less, so keep up to date on this. And then access bottomless box, we can store things in there, so I can go up to this rubbish here, which doesn't do anything, and store in the box. I'll be getting rid of wooden shield. And you. Keep you, I'll keep you. Don't need 2 of you, so that's that. Good. And now, if I go into my inventory, you will see that I do not have the broken straight sword anymore. So, they are stored in this fire. Right there. I love how the point down gesture in this game has your weapon in the other hand. I think it just looks so much better. So you could like salute, dedicate that to the Lord. You could point forward with it. I just think it's so good. I'm not invading until later in the game. I don't know when yet. It'll depend on your soul level and weapon upgrade. Ah, right. Ah, I forgot about the weapon upgrade thing in this game. They're still trying to find a way so that players with really high gear can invade low-level players if their levels are the same. They tried soul memory in the second game, which had varying results, and they had, what's it called? They did something with weapons in this game, and I'll explain that later on why I pick up certain weapons and why I don't others. But I got the bottomless box. We can come back for the residency key later. Now I'm going to be... So in the past, I would get my strength all the way up to level 20. And then I would get my strength up to level 20, and then I would basically rush health and endurance all the way up to 20. Before I proceeded, get them out of the way, start leveling up damage. What I found is, if you level up damage from here as far as you can, and only like strength and only strength or anything, you can get 40 in your damage by the time you get to Sen's Fortress. Like, you can hit the soft cap. And then it's just health and endurance. And so I'm going to be doing that. It's a much easier time than having to sit there with, like, trying to go through and using weapons and whatnot, that is. You know what, I'm going to push you in the other hand. Am I? Yes. Boom. So that's basically the crossbow. Getting Bloodborne flashbacks. But you can see that big old X that I have right by my Zweihander. If I were to swing it at one of these people, it would do, like, no damage whatsoever. It actually doesn't look half bad if I didn't like the shield being there. It does, like, 4 damage. Like, I mean it. It's ridiculous. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I need to get 24 strength. There's a Black Knight up here that I like to parry, and I can't parry and riposte if, well, I guess I could switch to the... What am I talking about? Use the master key. This is another door you can get. So much so that I don't know what key normally opens that door. I always go for master key. It just makes everything a lot simpler. You could get through shortcuts and whole 9 yards. You want to aggro? Good job. Boom. That running start that the Zweihander does for the R2 is so useful. Because you run up a little bit, they start to do their attack, and then you come in and you're like, no, my attack is going to get priority. Crunch. Okay. Let's go get something I'm going to use later. Mason's favorite number. I don't know what that is. 38? I don't know. 77? This is gold pine resin. This is what we're going to use to help us beat up the boss. It's a very good item. Gives lightning damage to your weapon. At this stage of the game, it is brutal. But, say goodbyes, Byhander for now. There is somebody I need to take care of. Let me drink some Estus just in case. Yeah, not as much damage, but... Oh! Oh, you're not even gonna give that to me. Come on. Come on over here, Black Knight. That tunnel is getting in the way. Yes. Oh! I knew as I started drinking he was gonna charge and... Oh... Those are nice parries though, right? Like, it's weird that I've never beaten this game before, but I always get stuck at a certain part and then I'm... Ring of Sacrifice is coming in right there. And I like always would restart or another game would come out and I go play that and then I wouldn't do anything else and then... Strength. I need that. Oh, 1 strength. Whew. Brutal. No, not just 1 strength. I only need 100 or something more. That's enough, baby. Just hit leave again. This happens a lot. There we go. We need 24 strength to wield it in one hand. After Tauros Demon should be where I get it, but really using the 4,000 to get the bottomless box and a repair kit did a lot. Later on, you can get a box from another blacksmith that allows you to upgrade weapons and to upgrade armor. You can't ascend weapons, but you can upgrade them, and that's very, very, very useful. Also, notice the 1 humanity that is up there right now. That comes from me just killing enemies. There isn't a certain, like, item that I used or anything like that. And this ragdoll physics guy is stuck on me. You get humanity by going through the game. So, if I can get to a certain point of the... If I can get to a certain point of the game with as much humanity as I can, it makes things a lot easier later on, because then I can save the, there was another humanity right there. I can save a bunch of equipment for something else. Oof, the leaping attack. Another leaping attack. Tom Brady. Yeah, somebody, oh yeah, not a good number. Somebody give me, jeez. Nate, do you know the score of the Super Bowl or not? At the time of this recording, the Super Bowl is going on and I'm downstairs playing, but it's between the Los Angeles Rams and the stupid New England Patriots. I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. What do you expect from me? I'm very anti... Alright, round 2. Black Knight. May have got me once, but I know your tricks. Ooh. That was a partial parry right there. It means I blocked the move, but it still counted as a hit, kind of. There we go. See, it counts as like a partial block, which is good. I like that. I like how it is a partial block. So you're basically it's the you tried bonus. It's like you did try to parry, and it didn't pan out. But you know, you tried to parry. You're learning how to parry. It gives you a benefit. 144. No. No, 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 no. That's a good weapon. That's a rare drop. Hmm. 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 I don't know. Comment below. Should I go Black Knight or stick with old Zweihander? I'll probably stick with Zweihander, to be completely honest, but I don't know. That gives us the blue Tearstone ring, which boosts defense when health is low. We'll get a nice glittery little aura effect around us when this happens. Remember the boulder from earlier? This is his cousin, Fire Barrel. Oh. Not yet. But one day. Just not yet. I won't do him yet, but I will. Don't you worry. That's a guy you basically fish backstabs for. Crystal Lizard. This is how you get upgrade materials. 2 Twinkling Titanite, 2 large Titanite shards. That's good. That's really good. Alright. First boss. Switch point up to here. Boom. Hi ho fiddle diddle, hi ho fiddle diddle. Copyright strike. Stream has been taken down. Probably shouldn't sing at all. I had a friend recently whose stream was taken down because he was singing a song that good old Disney had control over, and took his stream down, demonetized his video. Would have sucked, but you know, got his attention. This is the Tauros Demon. This is the second boss. First real boss in quotations. I probably shouldn't say real boss considering I died. That's that lightning effect. Dropping attack does a ton of damage with the Zweihander and the damaging stats and the lightning as well. Melts this boss. That's Tauros Demon. That's Zweihander. It's called early broken. Big buff. Big boy buff. Love the lightning effect on the weapon. It's simple. It's effective. I'm sad that when you get like a lightning weapon, that this effect isn't permanent. 3 and 3. 3 and 3 fourth quarter. Wow. It's either a nail biter, heavily competitive, or just boring. Those games can go either way. If everyone's doing a really good job, it's fun to watch. But if everyone, you know, doesn't, it looks incompetent, it's boring. I don't like the NFL. I could go into why that is one day, but I don't think today's going to be that day. This is the residence key. This is the door that it opens. And up front is a very, very important NPC.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow. Far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time. Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment. The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey? This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this.
White soapstone.
We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
Kind of an unnecessary description of in-game how summoning works. It could have easily been, summon the spirit of a warrior who's passed through here. You know, something like that. I don't think the whole time convoluted worlds meshing together. I don't know. I'm gonna meet an old friend up here. Be nice, spearman. Thank you. Oh! Very generous the first time you get hit. It's like a slap on the wrist. Hey, there's a dragon on this bridge. Slap. Nah. Oh, let's level up. Let us level up. Yes. And with that, we can one-hand the Zweihander. The +1 Zweihander. Come on. Come on up here, I want to show this. Be nice, come on. That could have been bad and embarrassing. A little of both, to be honest. But I believe I have... Yes, I will have enough by the time I get over there. Da 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 da. Oh. I don't know. Ooh, hollow waistcloth. I don't know why that went through. It shouldn't have, but that's fine. And now I can afford the key. The key. And then we're going to go on a little errand. And see if I can do something. And if I can't, then I might call it for tonight.
Still think I've never...
Good guy.
Thank you kindly.
Crazy laugh. If you're in Dark Souls, you must laugh crazily. No, 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 no. We're gonna go give someone a visit. Maybe break someone out of prison, for they have a very important thing that I want. They have something that I want, something that I desire, something that I need, something that I need. It's not a want, my dear friend. It's a need. Oh! Oh. Oh. So sad. Now I am sad. Now it'll be a quest to constantly, The YouTuber came on, promoted this channel. He's got 8 subscribers. Sure, go on over. Say hello. Say hi. Give some, give some love. Give some love. Gotta go over here now. I'm trying to get to a certain rock character. No! Oh, now I'm just playing bad. Lost 2 humanity. Oh no! Oh no! Charlie! Lost 2 humanity. No! Curse this world and all who inhabit it. No, it's impossible. Well, I guess that's what I get for playing sloppy. Let's actually do this the right way. That's not the right way. I don't know what's the right way, but it's definitely not that. Dang, I'm getting sloppy. Thought that killed him. It didn't. I'm being dumb right now. I have to admit, I'm not playing smart. I keep acting like, oh, I beat Tauros demon. I have a +1 Zweihander. Look at me, doo-doo-doo. And I'm like not giving enemies their respect. I'm not giving them the respect they deserve. I'm not showing them that I care. As we learned with the Asylum demon, even the smallest of bosses and enemies can kill you if you're not careful. Hence why I like Dark Souls. It's one of the only games, Bloodborne, Dark Souls, where if you're not that I've played where if you're not careful, the beginning boss can kill you. If you're just not being careful. Like, it's not a given that if you know what you're doing, you're going to beat the first boss. There's some games where the first boss is kind of like impossible to lose to. Wish I could come up with some game examples, but not on the top of my head. Notice that the barrel is gone now. It is a one-time trap. At least I think it is. I could be wrong. You guys smell that? Smells kind of big. Kind of good. Kind of interesting. Uh-oh. It's getting warmer. Do you smell what this rock is cooking? Oh yeah. Hello, Mr. Havel. Let the games begin. You cannot stagger him. Let that be known. You will not stagger the rock. It's a bad trade. But do you smell what he's cooking, though? It smells pretty good. Gotta get him over here, away from the wall. Oh, that was good. Can't believe I blocked that. Come on over here, come on over here. You're doing this, always keep your shield up. Havel's Ring. Haven't heard of Charlie reference in a while. Charlie reference. Charlie. I don't know that. I made a Dwayne The Rock Johnson reference, but Havel's Ring. If I were to ever... Let me tell you something. If I were to ever get a replica of something from Dark Souls, it would be this ring. I wore it in Dark Souls 3. I like to wear it in Dark Souls 1. It increases your equipment load, how much you can carry. Check this out for a second. Where is it? Okay. Equipment load. Let's see this for a second. 54. You put this on, it goes to 81. I'm now fast. I'm rolling faster. I can get better armor. I can get, heavier stuff. It's a great set. And with the key, you open that up there with the master key. Right? You open that up there with the master key. Boom, you open this with the master key. You can go to Darkroot Garden. You can get to Andre this way. You don't have to go past the giants or anything. You don't have to go past the bridge. You don't have to go past any of that. You can just go right up there. Have a jolly good time. But not really my style. So, let's use a Homeward Bone. Go on back. Soul Spear. Good spell. Good spell. You don't get a lot of casts of it, though, which is an issue. Level up, and we, of course, say it with me, we're going to do strength. I mean it, 26 strength already. We are over halfway to the soft cap at 40. I mean it. It's crazy. As soon as I discovered how fast you could level up that, you're going to be hitting for a ton of damage. Something died over there. I know if you can cut off this thing's tail, you're going to get the Drake Sword. I am not going to get the Drake Sword. There are a couple reasons why I'm not going to get the Drake Sword. 1, don't have a bow. 2, don't have the dex for a bow. And 3, I really, really, really don't want the Great Sword. Shoot the Drake to make it come down here. Breathes fire like that, perfect. My recommendation, it can breathe fire into this area, damaging you. Come this way. Come right here. Look at it. It's going to fly right back up there. And it's going to fly away. Gorgeous view. The sunset, the Drake flying away. A very important statue right here. It's amazing to think that we didn't know who this is, and now we know. Remember when we thought, oh, Solaire was the firstborn? Now we know. Some hollows here. And the reason you want to do that is for this bonfire here. You can only open this gate with this lever right here. Go over to this way. Light this bonfire. Level up. Can't actually level up. 2,000 souls! 2,000. I'm going to hammer this again. Any build. Intelligence, I debate faith, raising faith, because you don't get damaging faith spells until later. But Dex, Strength, Intelligent. Damaging stat, level that up first. And if you're dying to enemies, look at this guy. This guy knows what he's talking about. If you're dying to enemies, like, do health and endurance, that's fine. But if you go through this game and you want to learn the game, you want to have an easier time at it, do the damage stat. Why heal more when you can just kill something faster? It's my philosophy for D&D and a whole bunch of stuff. Do I want to do this next part tonight or call it here? My stream's doing great. It's not that far behind. There's like a 5-10 second lag, which is perfect. Let me see if I can kill the knight up here. Remember how much damage we were doing to him beforehand? Woo-hoo! Acrobatics. Although I think this guy up here has a great sword. And I don't think I usually parry him. Yeah, I more backstab this guy. Because he does stuff like that. 18 and 82. Oof! Oh, that'll take. That was funny. Leaps up to the air and impales me like a shish kebab. Barry. 37, 266. Not 6d6s, but 66. See if we can whoop. You do. Ooh. Why do his swings stagger more than Havel's? I'm not salty, I'm just generally curious. Like his... That boy's stronger than Havel, let it be known. Although I guess I didn't get hit directly with Havel's club at all. I think I just got grazed by it. Good stuff. I think I'm going to kill this Black Knight and call it for the first episode. I think that's a good spot. guy's brutal. Oh! Not as brutal as gravity. Oh, now I'm just having fun. I could have ended it back there. I could have ended it with that beautiful screenshot with the sunset and the Drake flying by in the background, but nope. Had to go on a little more. Died a bunch of times this great night. Why not, right? $37,233. I wonder if that does the same amount of damage as a parry and riposte. Because I know the second swing does more damage, but the first swing does less. But I don't know. I'd have to look back and do the math. Back. Stab. Are you kidding me? We're gonna play this game? There we go! Titanite chunk. Very good. Well, thank you for tuning in. I will see you all next time. Praise God. Can't praise the sun yet. Have a good night. And God bless.